Guys, how are you? I can tell you how I'm doing. I am doing perfect. I don't like how this is. Let me change. Oh, okay. Whatever, my phone is not cooperating, but you know what is cooperating today? There are 3 things that are guaranteed in life: death, taxes, and the Colts losing in Jacksonville. You know, when I went to my closet today, as I tend to do on Sunday mornings, and I look at my large stack of jerseys, and I ask myself, what do I want to wear today? What jersey, who do I want to rep today when I watch Jags game? I looked at this jersey. I said, Josh Allen's going to kill it today. So I put it on. My man had not 1, but 2 sacks. Killing it, as usual. And the Jaguars, in all phases of the game today, utterly and completely dominated the Indianapolis Colts. And I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. Now, before I get started in my review of this game, to all the people last week who were saying Trevor's a bust, Trevor sucks, we should have kept Minshew, we should put CJ Beathard in, all that good fun stuff. Where you at? Where you at? Because I saw you flooding Twitter last week, and now you're nowhere to be found. So, don't go missing. I mean, it's okay. You're still kind of a Jaguar fan. We'll accept you back into the brotherhood or sisterhood, whatever gender you choose to be. The Jaguars won today, and not just won. They dominated in every single fashion of the game. And for those people last week who was saying Trevor's a bust, Trevor sucks, all that good stuff, where are you at? Where are you at? Because my man is a franchise quarterback. Not only is he a franchise quarterback, he is put in the perfect system, the perfect scheme. This week was prime example of what we thought Trevor Lawrence could be with an actual coached scheme, a well-run, functioning offense, and we saw it today. Guys were open. Christian Kirk, I don't want to hear anyone anymore ever again question Christian Kirk, the contract that we gave him, because we get 15 more games like we've got in the last 2 weeks. We didn't pay him enough. We didn't pay him enough. What he is giving this offense and what he is supplying to this offense, Trevor had nothing like that last year, finally. Yes, Duval, let's go, man. Jags win today 24-0. It wasn't even close. We blanked them. And the last time the Jaguars had a shutout, ironically, it was against the Colts as well. And I actually was at that game. Cody Kessler blanked them. It was 6-0. It was a horrible game. But it was my game because I was there. So I enjoyed it. All right, guys. Let's get into this video a little bit, kind of like the actual review. I know I'm just kind of like talking about how people who were saying last week Trevor Lawrence is a bust, how they're stupid, and should be kicked out of the Jaguar fandom. But thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I appreciate that. So let's get into it. Pretty much, I'll be honest, because I'm nervous for every game, as I'm sure you guys are too. The Colts, they were driving in the beginning a little bit in their first drive. Matt Ryan was pushing the ball down the field. And they were driving down the field until, and I don't know what he was seeing. I don't know what he was thinking. But the interception he threw, and when he threw the interception to Rayshon Jenkins, that's when I was like, yep, that's ball game. That's ball game. I think we are so deeply seared into the Colts' mind that anytime that anything goes wrong, especially early on in the game, that's it for them. That it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. We are definitely in Frank Wright's mind. I mean, that's where all he talked about all offseason and how they were so prepared for this game when the schedule came out and they had this game marked on their calendars. And by the way, Unique Ngakoue, my boy Trevor Lawrence was looking mighty clean today. That jersey was white as snow today. White as snow. Where were you? Because, man, you had Frank Wright circling this game. You had Unique Ngakoue circling this game. All these Colts with Kenny Moore. All these Colts players, coaches, whoever, were so excited about this game to get revenge on the Jaguars. And we beat you worse than we beat you in December. We own you. We own you. We will always own you. Okay? I love it. I'm here for every last second of it. The only thing that I don't like about today, well, there's two things that I guess if I had to complain about today's game. One, didn't see a whole lot from Trayvon Walker. Now, could that be because he had such a great first game last year? Let me try that again. Because he had such a great first game last week that the Colts game planned for him. Maybe there was a lot more chipping and double teaming than there was that the Commanders did last week, and that's why Josh Allen was able to do what he did today. Roy Robertson Harris also had a really great game. Devin Lloyd had a pick, mostly because Fatukasi got the hand up, batted it down. Just all around, man. This front seven, what we expected from this front seven. And I said it before, if you've watched my videos through any length of time, especially this past offseason, I said in the past that this defense has potential to be so good, but it may take a few weeks to get to that because there's so many new pieces. We have a first-time defensive coordinator, so many different things going on. So it may take a couple of weeks to really see it gel. Last week, compared to last week to this week, defense looked a lot better. Now, I understand Curtis Samuel and Terry McLaurin and Jahad Dotson are a lot scarier than what we faced today. I understand that. Michael Pittman was out and Alec Pierce was out. I get it. But how many times, you guys, how many times as Jaguar fans we're going into a game where, this person's out and this person's out and that person's out, so we should play 10 times better than we normally do. We should beat them because so-and-so and so is out. How many times have we said that? And then look at last year when Geno Smith dropped, 30, 40 points on us? Not happening this time. It's not happening this time. We are a well-coached football team. We have a franchise quarterback. Again, still waiting for the idiots on Twitter last week who Trevor's a bust. Trade Trevor. Get Minshew back. Start C.J. Beathard. All you idiots. Okay? We have a franchise quarterback. Now, the one thing outside of his 37-yard run, which can we just... Hold on. Time out. Let's pause. Can we talk about how much we all love James Robinson? At least I do. Can we just talk about that? James Robinson is he's top 3 player on this team. He's a top 3 player on this team for me, most favorite. And you know what? He will probably go down as one of my favorite Jags of all time. I love the dude so much. I really do. The way that he, rehabbed in the offseason, got better, and the numbers he's putting up already. I mean, he already has 3 touchdowns in 2 games. I mean, if he keeps this up, if that man doesn't have a new contract by Thanksgiving, then something's wrong. Because he's the kind of guy, him and Josh Allen, are the kind of guys that we need in this locker room, we need on this team for years and years and years to come. Now, I guess, even though, I don't want to be too negative because, I mean, we just won 24-0, but the one thing I will give the Colts is the Colts did do a good job of defending the run today. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. He did look lost last year, but Urban Meyer was his head coach, and Laviska Shenault and Laquan Treadwell were running into each other instead of running wide open. So, there's that. But, moving on. The Colts did a good job at stopping the run against us today. Outside of his 37-yard run, James Robinson never really had a whole lot of room. Travis Etienne wasn't really a huge part of today. He wasn't on the field a whole lot. So I guess kudos to the Colts for that. However, they couldn't stop Evan Ingram, what Evan Ingram did today is exactly what I expected out of him. He doesn't have to put up 100 yards receiving. That's what Christian Kirk is there for. He is there to be that safety blanket tight end on a critical 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, for him to find that little niche in the defense, that little soft spot to get open for Trevor to hit him and to make plays. The extra effort plays, man. That's something we haven't seen here in a long time. Like guys making the catch, 2 yards behind the first down and stiff arming and making extra effort plays. Like, we just haven't seen that. So it felt awesome to finally see that today. And I'm just excited, you guys. I mean, the skills, again, like the skill sets, everything that happened today with the skill set is exactly what I expect out of this franchise moving forward, especially this year, especially. I mean, obviously it goes without saying, the Jaguars play like this every week, we're going to win a lot of games. And, I mean, we're not going to win 24-0 every week, obviously. But if we play like this for the rest of the year, we can go to LA next week, and we can compete with the Chargers. And we can, I mean, if Justin Herbert's got, 3 broken ribs and not able to throw the ball, then we should beat the Chargers. We can go into Philly and we can beat the Eagles if we play like that. But, we can't just go off of, well, it's the home game against the Colts, so it's the game that we should win. We can't just say, oh, it's supposed to happen, whatever. Can't go by that. We got to build off it, and I believe we will, because just from last week to this week, the way the offense was schemed and the way that Trevor looked and his comfortability with the offense was, I already see a jump. From week 1 to week 2, I see a jump. And you know what that comes down to, boys and girls? Coaching. Having people who have a brain in their head that are running the whole organization. Didn't have that last year. We have it this year. That's why Trevor looked the way he did today. That's why everything flowed. Everything looked functional as an organization and as a team. I'm all for it. I am all for it, you guys. Again, I guess if there were some sad things, or like negative takeaways that I have from this game, is I didn't see a whole lot of Trayvon Walker. I know he did have a couple pressures, but and again, that amazing interception that he had last week on Carson Wentz, I don't expect him to do that every week because that was just the freak of nature play. That stuff's not going to happen every week, so I understand that. But again, like I said, maybe because Trayvon didn't do a whole lot, Josh Allen was able to have the 2-sack game that he had. And you know what? If that's how it is, if 1 week Trayvon Walker has a great game and the next week Josh Allen has a great game, I'll take that. Because in the past, it's been, okay, chip Josh Allen, double team Josh Allen, and there's a whole bunch of nobodies. And then quarterbacks are able to sit there and just, without being touched. I'm not sitting here and saying Super Bowl, AFC South champions, whatever. I ain't saying that. Obviously, I would be silly to say that, right now. But I believe the Titans tomorrow night play the Bills in Buffalo. That's an L. And then Houston is going to Denver, I think tonight. Or maybe that's tomorrow too, I'm not sure. That's an L. So, enjoy this week, you guys, because the Jaguars are going to be on top of the AFC South. In fact, heading into week 3, the Jaguars are going to be the only team in the AFC South with a win. Think about that. See this smile? See this big smile? I don't smile like this a whole lot. I really don't. Okay? I don't smile a whole lot like this. But the thought of going into week 3 as the Jags being the only AFC South team with the win puts a smile on my face. Now imagine getting to the other thing that's kind of putting a little bit of a damper on this game for me. Imagine if we had held on to 22-14 last week. Oh my goodness gracious. If this team was 2-0 right now, Lord Jesus. Okay, we'd be on cloud 9. Cloud 9. Because at that point, I'd say, hey, you know what? Maybe you're not going to go to LA and beat Justin Herbert. I understand that. But maybe you can go into Philly, and maybe Doug Peterson can get that revenge game going. You know, maybe. And then you come home for Houston, who I'm telling you guys, this is finally the year we beat we beat the Texans because we have to. It's been 4 years since we beat Houston. Far too long. No excuse. They're not good. We're going to beat them week 5. So going into week 6, if this is a 3-2 football team, after beating Houston and maybe picking up one of the games against either the Chargers or the Eagles, man, you guys, man, would that be awesome. Because any chance that we have, or if we want any real chance of kind of sneaking in as a wild card or anything, like, we're going to have to pick up as many wins as possible before we hit that brutal stretch midseason where we essentially play the entire AFC West. Outside of the Chargers, we play the whole AFC West in 3 consecutive weeks. So we're going to have to, any chance of being the surprise Cinderella team, we got to do it right now because that is a brutal stretch with Broncos, Raiders, and Chiefs back-to-back. And no bye week coming back from London. We come right home from London to play the Raiders, who are very good. And then we go to Kansas City before the bye week, and that's going to Kansas City. That's a game to where if it's a game in the fourth quarter, I'll be happy with because it is tough to beat them in Kansas City. Obviously, just no more blowouts, please. No more Jaguars being down 24-0 at the half. No more 31-13, 31-38-10 losses, whatever. Eliminate that. Yes, finally, let's go Jags. You're right, Michael. We won. I'm super happy about it. Trying to think if there's anything else I'd like to add in this little stream here before I call it quits. Like I said, I will give the Colts credit. They did kind of eliminate our run game, but you know what? In years past, the Jaguars we would have totally collapsed under that. Okay, but now we have a quarterback, we have a head coach, we have legitimate receiving threats, we have skill position players that can get open, that can make plays, and it's gonna be a fun football team to watch this year. I really think the doormat Jags, I think those days are done. And you know what? We may not beat the Chargers. We may not beat the Eagles. But I have a feeling that it's going to be a game throughout the whole time. It's not going to be at halftime we're looking to turn it off or, and going into the fourth quarter we're down by 3-4 possessions. We're not going to see that. It's going to be a good team this year. That's all I got today, you guys. You're at the game and saw Brett James. The Energy Stadium was phenomenal. That's cool. I really wanted to go to this game I've never been to a Jaguars home opener. Um, I've always wanted to go to a home opener. I've just never been. And I really wanted to go to this one because, oh, it's the Colts game, and I thought what happened today would happen. But just finances and stuff, it's just hard. It's just really hard. Um, it's hard to get down there, because like a flight from Philly to Jacksonville is like $400 or $500, and hotels and all that, and it can be tough to be an out-of-state fan, and paying all this money for the NFL Sunday ticket, and I pretty much missed like half of the third quarter because nationwide it just like shut down and stopped working. It's like, I'm so glad I'm paying you people $300 a season for that. Like, it just be, yeah. I mean, listen, what I'm hoping for, I am hoping that if some prices drop, like ticket prices, I would love to go to a Jags home game this year at the end of the season. Um, if I don't get to this season, I'm making it a goal in my life. I will go to a home game next year. And whenever that happens, like, anyone who watches my videos, I'll put it out there where I'm sitting, where I'm at. And I would love to meet, people who watch my videos and everything, and not because I think I'm some kind of celebrity or whatever, but just because, listen, I'm living in New Jersey, man. It's me. It's me and my one cousin that I brainwashed as a child. Like, I don't get the fellowship a lot with Jags fans. Am I going to the Jags game at Philly? So I was planning on it for the longest time. However, if you look up Eagle ticket prices for me and my wife to go and sit in like way up 300 level nosebleeds, it's well over $500. Eagle tickets are astronomically expensive, and I just don't have that kind of money right now. So all of my family are Eagle fans, so I'm probably just gonna have like a little get together at my place, have like my uncle over and stuff, and we'll probably be screaming at each other because he's like, we get into football arguments all the time. So that'll be that. I wanted to go to the game, but you know what? Like, the way I look at it is like, do I want to pay over $500 to sit, in the 300 level? And then, like, if the Jaguars lose, like, I get, I'm surrounded by 60,000 Eagle fans. And if the Jaguars win, I'm surrounded by 60,000 Eagle fans. So, like, it's not really the best situation for me. So I'll sit right here on my couch and watch it on my 70-inch TV and order a pizza or something. That's much safer and easier way for your boy to watch that game, because I'd like to live past October 2nd or 3rd, whatever date that game is. But yeah, I'm hoping to get to the stadium at some point. I mean, I've been to 3 Jags home games, and the last one I went to the COVID. During the COVID season, the game against the Titans, where like they shellacked us, but there's maybe like 100 people there. There was no one there, and I wasn't even doing YouTube yet, so no one cared who I was. But anyway, all right, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. I hope you guys are enjoying these little live streams that I've been doing after every game. I just kind of, so you guys get my real raw emotion coming right off the gate. I'm super happy about today, you guys. This is gonna take my week and traject it in a really, really positive way. Do another live stream tonight. Can't do another live stream tonight. I do have some plans with the wife and family that I have to attend to. Can't do another live stream tonight. However, I will do one next Sunday, a little bit later in the evening, after we play the Chargers. Now I'll be doing that live stream from a hotel, because taking my wife to a nice place we went to on our 1-year anniversary for her birthday. So you guys will be seeing a different background than the Jaguar stuff. All right, you guys. So that's all I got for you today. For those of you who watched the live stream today, thank you guys. Unless anyone watching wants to make a comment real quick, I guess I'll stay on for another couple seconds. Anyone wants to say anything? Anyone's comments about the games? Anyone who was doubting Trevor Lawrence last week that would like to apologize to me and the rest of us, that would be very much appreciated. And I will accept your apology, even though you were kind of a moron. And I will welcome you back with loving arms into the Jaguar fandom. I will give you 10 seconds to apologize. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. Go Jags. Screw the Titans as always. If I come on here next week and we beat the Chargers, now I know Justin Herbert may not play. So if Justin Herbert doesn't play and we beat the Chargers, listen, I'll take it. I don't care what it is. I want to win. I don't care what it is. But it will take a little bit of it away. But if we beat the Chargers next week, with or without Justin Herbert, you guys are going to see one ecstatic Jersey Jaguar next week. And my God, if we were able to beat the Eagles the following week, hats in the air. Hats in the air. Getting ahead of myself. Enjoy this victory today, you guys. Let it carry you throughout the week. I know it's going to carry me through my work week for sure. Yes, Les Duval. Trevor for president. Absolutely. Well, you know what? Doug Peterson for president. Trevor for vice. That's what I say. And then James Robinson as Secretary of State. Have a good one, you guys. Screw the Titans. Man, I'm happy. I love the Jags so much. So glad we won. Because if we had lost, your boy would be in a puddle of tears. Go Jags.